know what it is, the Front Left podcast, Front Left of All Conversations. You got myself, Tezza, and I'm joined with Trick or Treat.
And Josh, on the LFTS.
And we got a special guest in the building.
Come on, introduce yourself.
My name's Hope Akpan.
Okay.
I'm
Short
here.
and sweet.
I'm ready.
What's actually come with the hope? I like it, man.
Short and
So,
sweet.
yo, let's all start. You know, Hope he's from Liverpool like us. Fellow Nigerian, so you know my country people is here. Yo, so that's like two Nigerians back to back.
Trust, man.
Yo, we're taking over. You know, Zambians are Ghanaians and minority on this one.
Don't worry, man.
We're coming back, man. Don't worry, man.
Man.
We're chill, man. Don't worry.
So yo, Hope, tell them about yourself, man. Give them a profile of you.
Profile. So 28 now. We came to talk about professional football, didn't we?
It
So,
was. So as he said, he's a professional footballer.
Yeah. Been a pro for about 10 years now. So kind of deep in the game.
Okay.
Coming to that sweet spot where, you know, the end is nigh.
Yeah.
You know, I've coming to that prime. So yeah, enjoying life. Just had a baby girl.
That's good.
Congrats.
Yeah,
man.
Someone's a baby father.
Fam, I can't wait.
This guy's been talking about kids on the pod
Yeah.
since day one.
Boy.
Since day one.
Make sure you're ready though.
Corona come and fumbled the back. I literally just said that. Nah, Corona actually messed up the whole thing. Like, transitions got stopped out here.
Yeah. But one was planting his seeds.
Yo, I was ready to secure just the whole you can't go and spend another night in somebody's household.
yeah.
And then Gal were taking it more seriously than man. They were like, yo, my whole family and everybody. Nah.
Everyone saying they
was
lost a
serious.
year, innit?
It's true, man.
It was,
People are like,
man.
we lost a year.
Wait, 2021, man. Let's
I don't
We
even
wait
know
for
if I'm
it.
ready now. Like, I've actually lost the whole year.
That's the thing. Everyone's plans have been pushed back.
So
like, everyone's
2022 is where you see one child come through.
Fair enough. But yeah, we'll take it from the beginning.
We'll take
so,
it from the
like,
beginning,
obviously,
man.
like you said, you've been a pro for like 10 years and stuff. It's like, where did the journey start for
I
you
want to
then?
know how it was like when from school days when you
Yeah,
were playing.
okay, going way back.
Yeah, way
We
back.
have to know. We need to.
Yeah.
This is
So like, was football like, was it like, I'm going to be a footballer when you were like 14, 15?
Never like, me and my dad used to play in the park and it was just fun, you know what I mean? I love
Yeah.
Liverpool. Obviously, growing up in the city of Liverpool, football was life, do you know what I mean? Back in them days. You see Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen and them, man. He wants to be like them guys.
Yeah.
I had a Michael Owen lunchbox. That was big stuff, man.
Yeah, big stuff. Robbie Fowler was huge, man.
Yeah,
he was,
Like
he was.
huge. And like my first memory of like, boy, people love football was like in school. Used to play like year by year.
Year
So
by
year
year,
4,
yeah.
year
They were the
5.
sickest times.
Competitive games
Competitive.
before.
Do or die. Do you want to trying
Was.
to prove yourself to the
Yeah.
oldest.
Shoes
man.
get scraped. Finished. Come home, mum and dad are like, yo, you need
The hole in
new
the
shoes.
front.
Wow. I think that was some of the most competitive ball. Like that playing in school, playing in your area, and then playing in the Astros.
Yeah, playing in the
Them
Astros.
school days, man. You used to fall over and think nothing of it, graze your whole knee,
Yeah.
stones in your leg, and that. You used to get up and run on.
Go to lessons sweating. need deodorant. Sweating.
Wait, Links Africa just
Everywhere. Yeah, for real.
real. But yeah, it was never like I want to be a footballer. It was just something I enjoyed, and then obviously played in the school team, and just went from there. Started playing, joined a few local teams with a few of my friends. Their parents used to run the teams, and just took to it like a duck to water. Like really enjoyed it. So like on a Saturday, I'll be waiting at. You say I'm going to pick you up at 10.
Yeah.
I'll be up at 7. You're ready, I'm ready to go. And just went from there. Got picked up in Botanic Park.
Yeah.
Was playing for one of the local teams called we called The Action. Mad name.
The Action.
Yeah. Mad
Yo,
name.
there was a team we used to play for called Egbert Dragons.
Yeah, mad name. Yo, suspect name.
It was actually mad.
Egg Dragons,
Yeah, man.
And so I joined that team, and my first game, I was in goal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so obviously I was a new player. I was fucking some odd guy called Hope. They were like, nah, you can't play ball. So they put me in goal. First shot come in, hit my fingers and hurt my fingers, went through my legs. So I was like, nah, I'm not playing in goal. So I just took the gloves off, give them to some kid.
What, mid-game?
Mid-game. Nah, I can't be goal. You go and go. I think his name was Tony or something. And then just went up front, scored like 5 in like 5 minutes, and then that was that. Then I was striker then.
Yeah.
And kept playing for them. And then on a random one, I think Everton scouts come. I think I was about 8 or 9 now. And they come to see another player. And I didn't know they were there. Come to see a kid called Liam Dawson. He was playing for one of the other teams. And after the game, the scouts just pulled me home. He was like, you know, what's your name, kid? I was like, Hope. He was like, where do you live? I was like, over there. He was like, fancy a trial for Everton? I was like, what do you mean, a trial? What's that?
Yeah.
He was like, you know, a trial, like you come play, you know, for Everton, the team. I was like, I'm a Liverpool fan, I don't want to. So this is what I said.
Yeah.
He said, oh, don't worry, like, you know, you come here and you might have a chance of playing for Liverpool. That's how he like kidded me on.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool, I'll go down. Went down there, it was like the north side of the city, like Netherton ways, like a trial on Astro, a few games. And literally at the end of the trial, same day, they were like, yeah, listen, we want to sign you. Come to Everton Stadium, we've got a game against Bradford. We want you to come watch the game, and then we're going to sign at the stadium. So that was that quick, like, under 9s.
But like, was anything
signed.
going through your head? Were you just thinking, because obviously at the age of 8 or 9, you were just thinking, I just want to play football.
Yeah, nah, again, I was just enjoying myself. Like, it was like a ride, it was a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Funny story, I got a phone call like 2 days later from a Liverpool scout. And he was like, we saw you play the other day. We want you to come and train with us. Like, we want you to sign for us.
Yeah.
So I've gone to my mum and dad, like, you need to get me out with this Everton thing. I had all the kit, all the new gear, and I was like, I want to play for Liverpool. But obviously I think I'd signed like 2 years, forms or whatever, and I was kind of locked in. But really enjoyed it, and I think I ended up playing there for 10 years in the end, through all the years, all the age groups, and loved it, yeah.
So like when you need to think now, you got signed at 9.
Yeah.
You need to think now, you're now going into secondary school.
Yeah.
You know, you're playing for Everton now.
Yeah.
So this is this thing where you're young and you're now, okay, I'm going to sign my pro at like 16.
Yeah.
There's all that gas now. There's people in. It's like, yo, we've all been in school. There's set man, gas and man's like, yo, he's going to be the next one. What pressures was there from going from school till actually getting signed fully?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You know what? It was a good space to be in, being like a young kid playing for Everton, a big team in the city. You know, you got a lot of love for it. People knew who you were, you know what I mean? Little things like that. But yeah, there was pressure because then you'd have to play for the school team. Everybody would expect you to be the fucking the star, do you know what I mean?
Best player and all that,
and there were little things that happened, like, which you know, mentally, like, I was dealing with, like, maybe I got a bit gassed as well, do you know what I mean? There was a time when I was playing for my primary school team, and obviously I used to think I was a bit better than some of the players that were playing. Yeah. And obviously the teacher was trying to be fair, you know, trying to give everyone equal time. So we play 20 minutes and you come off, someone else plays. But the players that were coming on, I didn't think were
as good
as
you, yeah.
So we win the game. Me and another lad come off. We start losing. So we come back on. We start winning again. And then the teacher's like, you know, you come off. We need to put. We're like, nah, we're not coming on. We want to win the game. I wanted to win. Do you know what I mean? Like, that spirit. So me and this other kid, David Thompson, I think he's a boxer now.
Yeah, we know.
We actually sat on the pitch.
Oh, he sat down?
Sat on the pitch and.
Protest?
Bro. BLM, like, we're not moving.
Man did the William Gallas in.
We sat down, and obviously as kids we didn't realise like how bad what we were doing, but we sat there and like, we're not coming off. So the game like got abandoned or whatever. And we nearly got expelled from primary school for it. Got banned from the team, not allowed to play.
Wow.
But my dad, man, you know, Nigerian parents, but and got wind of that, you know, man, caught lashes.
Because he's like, now you're a visual representation of me, not my son. My son.
But it was like a big disrespect, obviously, to the team,
teachers and
yourself, everyone.
Teachers.
So it doesn't matter how good you are, who do you think you are, like, sitting on the pitch. Wow. So that was a big lesson for me, like, no matter what you, like, the guys just forget it, you got to respect the game, like, do you know what I mean?
Do you know when, obviously you play for, like, the school team also as well, like, in secondary school I played for, like, my team as well, but, like, did you have games where you couldn't play? Like how did you like balance that out?
It was annoying because obviously your school team's full of your friends. Do you know what I mean? So you'd want to play with your mates. You enjoyed them more. Like, obviously the academy was a bit more serious. You had to play well and perform. The players were better, so you had to like really be on your A game. So you had to miss games all the time, like, because I'd have to shoot off the training, or I was getting picked up straight after school on a bus with the other players. So there was a case of that as well, you know, missing out with your friends, little parties and that little, you know, little.
That must have been a big thing.
Chilling
though.
around the park and all that. I didn't really get to do all that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you had to kind of like sacrifice.
Yeah,
you knew, like,
little.
I've got an opportunity here, so I can't really like people be going out on a Friday or Saturday, and you've got to be up early the next morning.
Exactly. So I missed them little 2-2 drink Greenbank Park. Like,
Those are the days.
I did have
good, you know. I mean,
when you were living, you had Coldies and stuff. We had like West Derby and fucking.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was next end. You had the nice ones.
Coldies and flipping
Greenbank. Heavy.
Greenbank on a Friday and Saturday. You know?
Lit.
But still, though, my parents were like, "Yo, where are you?" Like,
8 o'clock.
9 o'clock or 10. I was going when it was getting busy, and I was like,
That's
painful that was, bro. I was to leave.
When we on the bus just looking at it,
no one else used to understand the pain as well.
They didn't
man.
even
Set
understand.
things. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, there's no way I could be like. Your mum would be like, yeah, you can't stay with your friends, but your friends can stay here. So you can't. These people used to gossip and be like, yeah, I'm staying with my scaff and just chill for time. You couldn't have done that.
Don't do it.
Oh man, that Nigerian household, man.
Well, you have to be back.
Yeah, and you have to make some mad excuses as well. Like,
bro, I became a master at just disappearing, and they'd be like, "Oh, where did you go?" But man was running home, bro. So man left timeless, so I left at the exact point where I can just get home on time, and I just poof disappeared, bro. What happened to you? Oh, boy, I just went home. Yeah,
just had to chip or just
go,
make some money. I
mad
just needed
excuse.
to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you kind of like transition from like school and then you're playing a bit more for Everton and stuff, was there like a point in your head where you're like, you know what, I can actually. Like, this is real now. Do you know, like, where it becomes from just fun to like, this is actually
my career.
For sure. Obviously, Nigerian household, bro. You'll know the
Education
story.
and
The education thing is real, bro. Do you know what I mean? And growing up, that was always at the forefront of my mind. Like, gotta do well in school, gotta get your grades. And in school, like, I was lucky because I was kind of book smart from early, so I could get away with not really. You know, paying full attention but getting good grades. I was in all the good sets. End up with like 7 A's at GCSE off just like not really trying my hardest, but like when it came to the exam, I'd knuckle down. So I got away with a lot in school, like messed about a bit, but because I had the football and I was all right at school, teachers would let me off. You know, why are you messing around? You're so much potential. So I used to get away with a lot, but as I said, I was all right in school. So my dad was like, yeah, this football thing, it's a hobby. Bro,
these times you're playing, you're on the bench.
These times I'm like, they want to offer me, you know, a proper youth YTS contract, which is big.
Yeah, really big.
Like, not how many, 15 players or whatever. Get the chance, you know what I mean? They were letting people go left, right and centre. But they were like, yeah, we want to offer you a YTS. And my dad was like, yeah, like,
you can get money from the side.
So you can do no. He was like, so all right, YTS, and then what? When's the time for school? I'm like, it's full-time football.
Yeah, like school's done.
School's on the back burner a little bit.
Yeah.
Wasn't there school for Everton Academy people?
Yeah,
it's in
Chesterfield, like Crosby. Yeah. But it was only once a week, and it was like a PB Tech.
So it's still sports based.
Still sports based, yeah. But my parents were like engineer, doctor, lawyer.
No, for real, man. When I told my mum I was doing like marketing, like she didn't get it. It was that first. It wasn't even marketing, economics.
Oh yeah.
And then I was just like, no, this economics thing's not for me. I was like, marketing. She looked at me like, rah. What are you talking about, fam? Like, it was either like do economics or do maths or do doctoring or engineering. That's all they know.
Real?
Yeah.
Or go back to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's it.
So there's a few tense, like, it was a tense summer, like, with my dad, like, he was like, no, like, not backing down. I was like, Dad, like, I want to play, like, I love football, like, I want to, give me a chance. And, like, he was like, no, didn't stop speaking, but he fell out big. Like, my mum was the one who was like, you know, let him go, let him see how far he can get. If he doesn't, then he can fall back on his education. My dad was like, hard stone, like, nah. But then, obviously, went against his word a little bit. Obviously started the football, and he saw it. We actually got paid for it. He's like, oh, let me see that paycheck. Oh, they actually paid.
Do you know what's actually
He's like, okay.
about Nigerian people? Once they see like the zeros or something, they're like, oh, you can't get money. Like, it's like at first they're so against it. It's like, who did I see today? Someone was talking about like this whole music thing.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, nah, music's not the thing. But as soon as they start seeing the money, that's my song. Like, who did I see on Twitter? It was KSI.
Oh yeah.
Someone was like, oh, KSI was saying some stuff, and he's got his mum in the video saying, his mum and dad are saying like some mad stuff. She's like, give me this pussy. And I was like, but shit, it's a bit mad. But they were like,
rewind a bit.
I'll have to send you the video. I'll play at the end. But they were like saying like swear words and stuff. So they were like, do you think they would care after they see man's bank account? No. They'll be like, yo, as soon as like they see them zeros, Nigerian people don't give a fuck. Like, it was mad because what they were saying was like, nah, my mum couldn't get on the board. But if my mum knows I'm catching a couple of mil, yo,
changes perspectives.
Yeah,
perspectives change. So then obviously you've gone through like the school, and you're at the stage of where you're like, oh, I'm gonna potentially, you just signed your YTS, you said. Then what was the next step? Were you now like, okay, now I need to play in the first team, or like, what did you have like a goal or ambition that you?
Yeah, I mean, it's drummed into you every day. You know how hard it's going to be, like to get to the first team. Like only one or two players.
This is Moyes.
Moyes, yeah. I didn't touch Moyes. Like Moyes was like over there. Do you know what I mean? We were in the youth team. Luckily enough, we moved to the new training ground. So like the academy and the first team were together. Okay. But when I first started, we were in like a totally separate, different place in Netherlands. And at the time, you're 16. You're looking at the players who were like 17, 18. You think, I'm not even as good as them. They're like strong, like quick, one step ahead. But at that age, like 16, 17, it's like a big age gap in it. Like the age, you can see physically the difference in the physiques, and so just went day by day. Played for the youth team, got into a few reserve games. Played one game, I think it was against Liverpool reserves, came on and done really well. And then that was where, you know, they looked at me a little bit, like the assistant manager and the reserve team manager were like, okay, yeah, he's got a bit, he's got something. And then I eventually moved into the reserve team dressing room, and was there for quite a bit. And obviously at this point got to train with the first team quite a bit. Training, went on a few trips and a few away games. I think that season Everton had mad injuries, like the first team, mad. And they sort of took me in because at the time, I don't keep bringing up Nigerians, but at Everton it was bare Nigerians.
Yobo stuff in there.
Yobo, Yakubu, Victor, and the
Chibi was there as well.
Stephen Pienaar he was South African, but he had that he was with the Nigerian clique, so they sort of took me under their wing. Do you know what I mean? Call me.
What's the age gap between you and Anachibi?
He's a few years old. He's like maybe 4 or 5 years older. Okay. Yeah. Call him Village. Yeah. Funny, Rob.
Is that what he's called?
Yeah. Yobo was the chief. The Yak was the Yak. And it was like a little clique. So it felt like I didn't feel like
out of place.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
It's your country people there.
Yeah. So that helped a bit. And obviously training with the first team, but the level was serious. So you think I've played football for so long, and then you go into a first team training session, you think, it's just like, what the hell is this? Like, what game are these all playing? They're just sharp and physically.
You still have like Arteta and Cahill and
like
Fellaini.
The team was actually mad. Like,
how was Fellaini playing then?
Yeah, Fellaini was there. Yeah,
Fellaini.
Yeah. So by the time I was on the fringes, the Everton team, I think they finished maybe 5th or 4th that year.
They had a good team, solid team, I remember.
Arteta, Cahill, Fellaini, Saha, Yobo. They had some ballers, you know what I mean? Baines, Distan. It was actually a sick team. So the level was very, very high. And I had a few sessions with the first team, a few games pre-season, but didn't quite make the grade, in all honesty. Like, at the time, I was a bit young, bit naive. just didn't quite have what it took to play at that level at that time. So yeah, just had to, in the end, I think at 19, I had a meeting with Moyes and the reserve team manager. And they were basically like, listen, we don't think you're ready. It was funny actually, he said, we don't think you're ready. And we think you should go out and play a few games and sort of find your feet, find your level, etc., etc. And he started rubbing his head. He was like, well, I don't know, actually. Maybe, you could stay one more year. And I was like, huh? yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, I was like, yeah, I can stay one more year. He was like, oh, I can stay one more year, maybe. He was like, oh, no. It's probably best if you go out and find
Messing with your head? Playing with your emotions?
Hello?
Oh, shit. I was like a meerkat. I was like, yeah. But got let go at that point, and yeah, that was the whole Everton experience.
So I want to know, how did it hit you? That must have been heavy.
Yeah, it was a blow because you've been there not your whole life, but
most of your
a large part of man's life. The whole teenage years was there. Do you know what I mean? The environment, and you're in like a little bubble, like that's your little world. It's a bit of a bubble of protection. You know what I mean? You're an Everton academy player. Like, it's kind of cool. You get to travel around the world.
You're in your city as well.
In your city, like everybody knows you. You fucking, all the new boots, all the, gear. Fucking must have been, through the years, must have hit 20, 25 different countries, you know what I mean, playing football. Like, the whole experience for like a young person is serious. It's sick. You know what I mean? So like, and I've seen players who maybe got released a bit before me, maybe 15, 16, like lose their heads completely.
So that's one of the things that I want to touch up on. Like, I see a lot of young people who, this is what I'm saying, a lot of people used to gas them when we was young. Yeah. And then when they fall off at like 15, 16, it's done. It's like their whole life is just coming down.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
And like that pressure of like, now that's what I'm saying, like, you got there to like 18, 19, and now like you need to think like, to your boys at that age, you're the only one who's doing mad bits. So you're the top guy. So like, there's pressures that's coming into you that way. So now peer pressure's got to you. So that must have been like a really serious time for you now.
For sure. I mean, compared to the average like 17, 18-year-old, like, you're getting paid. Like, no, who else was getting paid there at them ages, really? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. In your little friendship circle, you might have been perceived as that way. So if all that comes crumbling down, it's like, who are you now? Do you know what I mean? And I think that has a large effect on young boys, definitely. Do you know what I mean? Unless they're like, they've got that guidance, or they've got their feet firmly screwed on the ground. But at that age, not who really does. You're a teenager. If you get gassed up, you're going to be gassed. Do you know what I mean? So,
do you think there should be things in place to like, it's not, maybe set people up a bit more? Because there's a lot of guys like some people I know that have kind of gone into other ways, but it's always sports related. Should there be like some sort of like net for them to be like, you can do something else what isn't sports related and learn from something? Like, Americans always do more like an education thing. So there should be a thing, because I knew about that Everton school, that like the one what you're talking about, like, but then again, all they learned was sports.
I mean, you get looked after in it, so a lot of that was like, they looked after you even in that. You didn't really have to like go out your way to get the results or whatever. And I feel like that's the problem. You're in this bubble. You get looked after through your teenage years. Good food, like trips away. You kind of feel like, I'm someone special, important. If that's taken away from you at that young age,
straight to reality.
Hit reality. Like, it's hard to find yourself again quite quickly, you know what I mean? And I've seen a few people, it took them a good few years to really like get back on their feet or really like come into their own, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think the American models is cool. The way they make you go school first, and then the sport sort of comes after a little bit. And then amazing.
There's kind of flawed. There's both.
There's both. There's right and wrongs in both.
They don't pay.
They exploit
they're
people.
Playing like
they exploit the kids, man.
Yeah, they actually do.
Because the ones with top talent, if they were here, they would be making it. They've got to prove that they're up that like educational.
But then there's a whole debate that in university level is actually they play as like pro level.
The university's sick. So the crowds they get 60,000 to university.
It's a proper thing.
Sick.
So then, but So now, after Everton, where did you go next?
So after Everton, I went to, where'd I go?
Crawley,
I went to Iron Apple, bro.
Let's talk about your training. We talked about Napa last week.
Yeah, we did as well.
It was sick.
Yeah, I had a few holidays, and I didn't know what to expect. Like, I had an agent at the time, and he was like, don't worry, like, you'll have a few offers. And he was a coach at Everton who said, yeah, he spoke to a few teams in the lower leagues, And I was at Everton, I didn't really know much about the lower leagues. I thought, you know, everyone thinks just Premier Division, and you're not really looking that there's teams out there, or you don't really know much about the teams. But I went on holiday, and then as I was on holiday, you know, I was getting a few calls off managers. It was all new to me, but a few different options, and I had this manager who was on me hard, like, and obviously I'd never been in that position before. So I'm thinking, this guy's on me. He must love me, man. Jeez, like, I want to play for him, whoever he is. Didn't know him, didn't know nothing about him. And it turned out to be Crawley, yeah. Like, Crawley, like, from here, is like the other end of the UK. It's like,
way down south,
like
innit?
Brighton, by Gatwick Airport. Never heard of them. They never actually been in the Football League before. They just come up through, like, the conference low leagues. And they've been doing well. They think they've won the league the last 2 years. So they're spending a bit of money, and they're trying to get, like, players in, obviously. And he was like, yeah, I want you to come down. He was like, I'll put you on a flight to fucking Gatwick. I'm thinking, fucking obviously now looking at it, it was just standard. I'm like, yo, man's flying me down, you know. Man's flying. So I'm on the plane, like, seat back, headphones in, like, yeah.
But now I've made it.
I made it. I went down there, bro. The setup was mad. Pulled up at the ground. Bro, I took my hat off. I was like, what was this? Like, obviously I'm used to the academy setup, like state-of-the-art facilities. He's like showing me around. He's like, yeah, the gym's in here, some cupboard in the back. He's like, yeah, that's the pitch. There's only one little stand, and then the rest of the pitch is people are standing. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I don't know if this is for me, you know, like. He's like, you know, what do you think? I'm like, this is shit. This is what? And I'm like, yeah, it's good. Like, it's an opportunity. He's like, yeah, listen. He was like, we like you, we want to play. Yeah, it's an opportunity for you. We're in League 2 at the time. You know, come down. So I had a few other options in the higher league, League 1. But something was just calling me about this. This guy was on me. He kind of bullied me into signing the team. I'm not gonna lie.
There's pressure. You need to apply pressure to get what you want.
Yo, so like, I think I had another little holiday booked, like, last minute one with one of my mates. This might have been or something. I was in an airport, and he's come and met me.
In the airport?
Bro, he come and met me before. He was like, before you go away, like, I'm going to send you over the contract. I want you to sign it, so your head's clear for your
dedication.
For your
you actually
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he sent his brother, or someone came to meet me, and I was like, bro, I've got a plane to catch. He was like, yeah, just sign the contract and then you can. So I'm there, like,
Catch 22.
Boy. So in the end, I signed it. And to be honest, it was a good deal. Like, for me, like, that level, they were offering me more than what the other teams were offering me. And he was saying, you know, you're going to play, and they're going to be a team that are going to do well in that league, because he was signing everyone, like, a lot of players for that, good players at that level.
Yeah.
So I phoned a few of them players, like, what's going on? They were in the dark like me. Like, oh yeah, it's Crawley, they're signing everyone. It's going to be good, you know what I mean? Just go there, whatever. So signed there, obviously caught the plane. Signed there and went there, and it was different. It was definitely different. Like, he was a mad Scottish manager, just mad. He was mad, like, mad, like, screaming and shouting. Like, I've gone there. I'll tell you just one little story. I've gone there, and obviously I'm used to, like, academy football, pretty, get it off the back, play out, you know, get the next pass,
Spanish
round the corner. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been schooled quite well, and he's like, fucking Diag, get it forward, Diag. So one time, I've gone, as you do, I've got the ball off the right back, took it, looked up, he was nothing on, turned up, give it back to him, jogged on, thought I'd done nice, you know, done nice little Cruyff turn, done all right. He was like, Akpan! I was like, I turned around, so I was like, what do you mean? I've just kept the ball. He's like, fucking play. So I'm like, fuck, play on. A half time, gee, wow. this guy, he was like, you don't mind me saying, but he's a big guy.
Yeah.
Short to me guy. You fucking little bastard. Who you talking to? You'll never play for me again. I'm like, yo, is this what it's like? Second guy. Is he sick? I'm looking around the other players and all heads down. Like, is he sick? One of them's like, don't worry about it. But obviously it was different, different environment.
The
like
mentality's completely different as well.
It was win or die, do you know what I mean? 3 points, like we need the 3 points. This is our lives, you get me? So it was a lot different to academy football.
I can imagine. So was the players there, was everyone full time there, or was there
everyone was full time there? Everyone was
there,
full time there. Like there's some good players there who's still playing now in higher leagues. It was actually a really good team. We got promoted that season.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah, you were like,
which was great. Yeah,
the new kind of like what Sheffield United have done now. They're just season after season.
Flew up, and it was like a project, but it was always too small to really do what they wanted to do. They wanted to like go, but like just didn't have the infrastructure. They didn't have the catchment area of fans to like really push it. Yeah. So we got to League One. Again, we were doing well. We were around the playoff places, and we had a new manager at this point, who come in over the summer, and I played a lot. Played a lot. Was sort of like really playing well midfield, scoring a lot of goals from midfield, and then.
So did you find the level like easy, challenging, or was it like this is me kind of thing?
I was enjoying myself.
Yeah.
I was enjoying myself. Obviously, that pressure to win was real, and I sort of adapted to that quite quick. So once you adapt to that, I think this is where academy players struggle. Like academy football is not really much on the line. It's just who's the best team, who's got the best players, who can do the nicest pass and move to get in. Do you know what I mean? That's what. Come league football, it's like, yo, we need this 3 points because this win bonus is gonna, pay my rent this month. Do you know what I mean? It's real. Do you know what I mean? So that was the main difference. If you can figure that out and not let it affect your game, you'd be all right. So playing. You play in the FA Cup. Got through the rounds. You played Reading in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
I think they'd just been promoted to the Premier League at that time. So yeah, the big game for us. We played well. We were winning 1-0, playing really well. They ended up just like wiping the floors in the end. I think they beat us 3-1.
Yeah.
But I had a good game. Didn't think nothing of it. Just thought there was a bit of a buzz about me. I knew that window, that January window, there's potential that I could get a little move somewhere. Didn't know where it'd be, whether it'd be Championship, whatever. But I knew like, it could be coming. And then we played Reading. Then the following Sunday, I got a call off the manager. He was like, don't come into training Monday. I was like, what have I done? And I've been out that weekend. So I'm thinking, nah, you lied. Man, no. I'm all the way down there. I don't know what I've been up to.
You got you.
Bro, I was in bed like panicking. I was like, what? Come on. He was like, don't come in. There's been a bid come from Reading. He was like, you're gonna sign for them. The bid's too good for us to turn down. And obviously, I'm not gonna turn it down. So I was like, yeah.
So that was League One to Premier
League, Premiership, which is a big deal. Like, it doesn't often happen.
And that's quite quick turnaround because we'd have gone from academy, League One, and back in the Prem.
Like big bounce.
2 years.
Yeah, in the space of 18 months. So I was happy to, fucking, where do I sign? Fucking get me down there. So I'm like, I've ring my agent. I'm like, yo, Reading want to sign me. Like, how quick can we get there? He's like, nah, take your time. Like, we go tomorrow. You just chill. I'll sort it out. Because I would have signed anything. Do you know what I mean? He was like, listen, we go and sort it out. Do it properly. So yeah, that was the beginning of that. Signed. A couple of days later. I was back. Reading Premier League. Like, couldn't be happier. Do you know what I mean? Really happy. Met up with the lads. Training ground was proper back to what I was kind of used to. So I was happy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, good team, great place as well. Good, nice part of the UK to live. Like, So yeah, I was lucky. I was lucky, man. Like, lucky, bro. Blessed, man.
Do you know? Obviously, because you've been to a few teams now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I always thought to myself, like, how do people like adjust to living in like a different place? Like, obviously being like a professional, being through the academy and stuff like that. Did you find it kind of hard to sort of like move different places, or was it just because you were with the team anyway?
Yeah, you kind of get away with it. Like, I get on with everyone. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not like a shy person or someone who's like going to be on their own and be lonely and that. I'm all right. I think I went on loan actually from Everton. I didn't say this, to Hull.
Yeah.
Like when I was 18, 19. They were in the Championship at the time. And that was the first time I had to make that move. And my mum and dad were like, "Oh, we'll come with you. We'll come and stay with you."
Yeah, that's the way.
I was like, "Nah, that can't really. I'm gonna look like some joker."
Plus, you didn't get uni life, so that was your
Exactly,
way to
yeah, sure. That was
come.
my escape, yo.
Yeah.
They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna put you in an apartment in the city centre." I was like, "Yeah, this is my time." So I was with some kid, David Amu. He played for Liverpool. He was on loan there, so we lived together. And then that was like the first experience of like life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was cooking, the reins were off then. You could really like do what you want. Obviously, I was still very professional, but you had that lease of life. Do you know what I mean? At that age, so yeah, I enjoyed that. But as you say, like moving around, yeah, in them early years, I was enjoyed it. Didn't mind living far away. Like everything was like, you were exploring. Do you know what I mean?
I've always wondered though, like when your football you moved about, how did you do? Do you buy a house and then fuck it, like I'm leaving, I'm going to sell it, or what's the setup like?
There's a few times where I've had to do that.
Oh,
where
serious?
I've literally just bought somewhere, and then 6 months later, I had to move.
I think it depends on who you are, because I know, like, I think it was Brendan Rodgers and Jurgen Klopp? Like, I think it was Rodgers had a house outside Liverpool, went to Scotland, Celtic, and then Klopp moved in. Klopp
Moved into his house?
Yeah, and rented from Rodgers.
Definitely. There's a lot of that happens.
So, like, if I was a footballer and I was going to a different country and then you were coming, I'd be like, you rent my house for 3 years, and then when I'm back.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people do. Yeah.
There's a couple clever things you can do.
Yeah.
If you like buy somewhere and tell the club, yo, I'm buying this place. It's here. You know, that's a good place for like anyone who comes. Just put a little word in it here.
Yeah.
So that when that does happen, if you do move, they're like, oh yeah, you can rent it off him. There's that goes on a lot. To be honest.
Yeah. Didn't know that, because I always used to think like, fam, that's a lot of like buying and selling, man. I couldn't be asked.
It's not easy to get a house like
and
that.
And then to keep on
exactly.
renting's fucking a piss take as well.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how it worked.
It makes sense to like, especially if you're moving far away from where you are. Don't buy something crazy. Buy something solid that at whatever level you are, you know, someone else at that level will want to easily move into.
Or like Jose, I know Jose, when he joined Man U, he lived in a hotel for 3 years.
Yeah.
Did he?
Just lived in the Lowry.
Yeah.
Stop lying.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't he have like a family though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he was angry, bro.
Yeah.
Man was living in a hotel for 3 years, man.
Because I think for him, it was just like, he doesn't stay at clubs for a long time anyway.
He knows.
He knows, so he's like, there's no point in me investing here. I think he got his place in London, kept that.
Yeah.
Then when he goes to different countries, he rents it. But when he came to Man U, he was staying in the Lowry.
Yeah.
Stayed there for 3.5 years. Yeah.
Must have been sweet for him then. Must that look nice?
Maybe.
Bed made every day.
Yeah.
Just.
A lot of football, like the stories of footballers, like a lot of lads don't like to move, like especially when they get older.
Yeah.
Like they got the family set up, they want to live where they're from. So say they live in. I know people, bro, doing journeys. I've done it myself.
Yeah.
Like lads who are driving 2.5 hours, 2 hours to train. 2.5 hours back. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't want to move from home.
Right, yeah.
Because they've only signed a contract that's
2
a year,
years,
maybe 2 years. Doesn't make sense. Like uproot your whole family, move somewhere else, setting up. So a lot of lads do mad journeys, bro. Mad car schools, and just get down there and get back. Do you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Plus, they've got to like sort it if they've got kids, because I know some players who have kids, they've got to like make sure that their journey's on the way to like the school or whatever,
exactly.
So it fits in with the family. Otherwise, there's no real point.
If you're from Liverpool and all of a sudden you have to move to Plymouth, and you've got your missus who's got a friend where you are, and you've got your kids in school, you know, you got to think about that. Is that am I gonna be happy down there? Is a place for my kids to go to school? Like, it's that life of the football. It's a mad life at times. You know what I mean? There's a lot of decisions you have to make, which, you know, could affect your happiness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like to play your best football, you've got to be in like a good mind, a good happiness. You know, you've got to be relaxed at home so you can go and play. So there's a lot to think about, bro.
So when you were at Reading, like, how was that then? Because obviously now you're back in the Premier League, you're probably thinking, I don't know how you think it, but it's like second chance kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you're back in the big leagues.
Yeah.
How many? Just quick question. How many of your class of your who got pros, who was still in the Prem? at that time?
At that time, who got like YTS? Do you know what? There's not many.
Yeah.
There's not many who even like who still play football. Not from my year anyway. The year below was a bit better. They've got a few players out there playing. From my year, it was only Jack Rodwell.
Oh shit, Rodwell, man.
Yeah.
Does Rodwell still play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Sunderland
He's
still,
at
is it?
Blackburn for a bit.
Oh, he's at Blackburn, yeah.
He left Sunderland. He had a madness at Sunderland.
Yeah,
but
I
then
remember that. I saw it on the
Yeah.
was
What
a documentary.
they got relegated and he was on big money.
Yeah.
But they
And
wanted to get rid of him.
You need to leave. Like, he was like, nah.
He's like, no,
I'm chilling.
bag. He said, I'm chilling.
Is that what he said?
He said, I'm
Fair
chilling.
dues, man.
Well, what can you do? It's not his fault.
They
Do you know what I
said they can't afford to pay you weekly, but he was like, nah, I'm contracted.
Yeah.
I'm staying.
He's seen it out, yeah.
And did he see it out?
See most of it out for sure.
Fair
More or
dues, man.
less, yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do though? I think football players get this bad rap, like they're putting guns to people's head and saying, "Pay me this." Do you know what I mean?
It's a contract.
Someone has to pay you.
Exactly.
So if they want to get rid of him in his contract, wouldn't he still have to pay the rest of it?
Say that again.
So they wanted him out.
Yeah, but they were trying to say, "Listen, we want you out. We're only going to give you a fraction of what you should."
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of the full pay.
So I'd rather just sit there and just okay.
Yeah, footballers get a bad rap. Like in any other like role, like if someone offers you more money to play,
You accept it.
or more money to do your job.
Yeah.
You're gonna accept it. But football fans are like, oh, you shouldn't leave. You should love the club. But
Do you know what it is?
It's the end of the
It's
day,
the
man.
perception of the fan puts themselves in their shoes. So it's like, this is my club and it's only ever going to be my club.
yeah.
Whereas, like,
you should have the same feeling that I have for the club.
exactly.
But at the same
Whereas,
time, it's his job.
yeah,
Do you know what I
where
mean?
it's your profession.
Yeah.
If you're playing for Barnsley and Real Madrid come calling,
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, man. If Barnsley offer me more than Real, I'll take that money. I actually would.
That's another.
Yeah,
exactly.
man. Who did I say? I'll be happy to. You know what? I think I said it to you back in the
yeah, I
day.
think so.
Said like I'll be happy to sit on the bench for
Oh,
my whole
100k.
career.
Yeah. He's not playing.
Catch $100.
That's so good.
Yeah,
And
like-
just chill.
Just chill. I know.
Bro, there's man out there who are on that.
And actually do that and be happy.
Man
Like,
out there
yo,
who are on that, bro.
yeah, man. Like I wouldn't know. Like there's no pressures. Like I could live my life as this rich guy who's not famous. No one knows me, but I'm nice. Like I'm living it. Like I don't care about t-shirt sales. I don't care about that. Just care about my
You
money.
know what? Them footballers probably do have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you're not in the super in the limelight, but you're making a good wage.
I know. No,
Chilling.
you're not in the papers. You're not
Family's
hearing the
cool,
slander.
you know what I mean?
You're good.
Yeah.
I want that. I want that lifestyle.
sure.
To sit there to warm seats. I want that, bro.
That's funny. It's mad though, because like obviously, like you said, if you'd be happily doing that. Like obviously, I might be different if I was getting paid that money, but like I've always got that. I've always thought I've had that competitive edge.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever like lost that, or like
Been times, bro, for sure. At times, when things just aren't going right, and you're kind of comfortable. You're a young lad. Not really any stresses financially in a lot of ways, and for whatever reason, you're not in the team, or you think the manager's got a grudge against you, and sometimes you can end up coasting. Do you know what I mean? And end up going through the motions, but. Nah, I think football's one of them. If you want to do well, you need a competitive edge, probably, because there's always new players coming through. There's always like a young player who's hungry and on it. Do you know what I mean? You're always fighting for to be in the starting 11, and no matter what, if you love football, it hurts. If the manager say, "Oh, you're on the bench today, son," it fucking hurts, bro. Do you know what I mean? Deep down, so there's no getting away from that at the end of the day. But then again, some players don't mind it, and I'll sit here and I'll pick up my wage and I'll go home to my wife and kids. You know what I mean?
That is me.
So when you were at Reading, obviously, like when you signed, was there again, like I kind of said before, was there now this goal that now I need to stay in this league?
For sure.
And make my name as
definitely
Premier
from the
League
start.
player.
And I think I started really well. Like there's two angles to this. Like I think my first game playing Newcastle away, St James's Park. I've came on.
That was a good Newcastle team as well.
Yeah, they were good. It was Kabay, Demba Ba, Cisse, them man there. So like they were good, and they beaten us 1-0. We've come back and won 2-1, and I sort of had a funny hand in one of the goals. Like funny, I've come on like, bro, it's like our Premiership debut. Balls come to the edge of the box, bouncing to me late on, like 80 something minutes, and in my head I'm thinking, oh my god, like yo, this is it. Like I remember saying this. I was like, obviously love Liverpool. I was like, Gerrard, like in my head. In my head, I've gone, Gerrard. So I run up to it, I've gone to absolutely take the lever off the ball. I fucking mishit it. I'm thinking, no, that was my chance. But then it fell to one of our players and he just whipped it in the bottom bin. So he won 2-1.
Yeah.
So like everyone was catching jokes. Like it was one match of the day. Like it was hilarious. I was getting buzzed off. But I was like, yo, it's an assist. Like one game, one assist. Yeah, you can't take that away from me. So then next game, Chelsea at home. And again, we think we're losing 2-0. And obviously we're fighting to stay in the Premier League. And I come off the bench. We're losing 2-0. First couple of touches, take a touch, play a pass through. My man scores 2-1. I'm like, fucking hell, this is easy. What's this? This is easy. Again, last minute again, fucking head down, flicked it on. Same guy, 2-2. So in 2 games, 3 assists, like against Chelsea, Newcastle away. Like I'm thinking, yo, this is, I'm here. Yeah. Match of the day, fucking focusing on like I'm here. But then, and again, it went on. We went on a good run. Got out the relegation zone. Flying. And I never forget, like, I think out of 5 games, we've won 2, drew 2, lost 1 maybe. It's good form in the Premier League. Like, we were bottom, we were out of the relegation zone, like, flying. The manager's like, got a mid-season trip to Dubai. Warm weather training. I'm thinking, calm, training. Never been to Dubai, that's gonna be sick. Like train every day in the heat, calm. Gets out there every day. I'm training, like no, I'm young, like my eyes are closed, bro, to the world. Like I'm just there for the training and whatnot. And as I'm out there, I'm like seeing like players are going out. Like I didn't even know you could do that in Dubai. Like this is 2012, 2013. I thought it was like you go to the mall, you come to your hotel and chill. Do you know what I mean? But every night, all the other boys were out, fucking. They're up to all sorts of madness. Like I ain't gonna trip myself up and say anything mad, but up to all sorts of madness. And then we gets back, and then we just start losing games, bro. Like
so that was like a down.
Yeah.
You know?
And I blame it on that trip. Like
Yeah.
the manager ended up getting sacked. Like 2 weeks later, new manager came in, and we just didn't recover them. The level was too much. We took some beatings, man. I think we went to the Emirates. Got passed off the park, beat us 4-0. Played at Goodison, actually a good game, bit of a turning point. We played well.
Was that your first time back at Goodison?
First time back, yeah. So I was buzzing, excited, like staying in Liverpool before the game. I had about 30 tickets, all the family come to watch, like sick. And we played well, but they just like, see, I think the highest level, it's like if you play well, you've got to take your chances. If you don't take your chances, like I felt like if we played well, opened up, missed, the other team would be like, okay, all right, we need to wake up a little bit.
Yeah.
And when they're at that level of that talent, when they wake up and they're on it, bro, they just bleed through you. Before you know it, you're 2-0 down. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but that season, got away from us, ended up getting relegated. But all in all, the experience was unbelievable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't knock it.
You must have played with against some players that season.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Scholes was still playing.
Yeah,
Gerrard,
Lampard. Didn't play against Gerrard, unfortunately. Cazorla.
Yeah. Nasri.
Big team. Van Persie. All of them. All of them were all about. Yeah.
Did you like? Was there ever a time where you'd have been in a tunnel or anything, looking and thinking, like, yo, that's, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, obviously you're a player yourself, but like,
I tried not to. And I'm not one of them guys where you get gas.
There's really.
It's like, for me, always at the end of the game.
Yeah.
If we drew, we won. that's when I'd switch into that kid and be like, yo, I need a shirt, yo. I'd have no shame, me, you know. I'd be like, yo, give me the shirt. I'd be like, no English, please. I go into begging mode for one of them shirts. I'll do whatever I could for them shirts, boy.
That's so funny.
I've got a few decent
What would
shirts.
you say is like the best like stadium you've like been in? Like
Old Trafford's great. Like I can't even explain. It's mad. But I think personally for me, my first St James's Park will like stick in my mind because that was the first time where I'm looking up at it. You can't even see where your fans are in the back. Like that's how big it is. You know what I mean? And I think I was sitting on the bench and Kabay had scored a free kick.
Mm-hmm.
I think Newcastle was struggling as well at the time. And their manager brought him off as I was coming on. So we're both standing on the side. Like, I'm waiting to come on, Kabay's coming off. Mm-hmm. And the noise, bro, like, the boos. Like, I felt, yo, this is mad. For like a split second, I was like, wow. Come on, let's go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So for me, that stands out as like, sick. But again, Emirates, mad. Goodison. All them stadiums are like proper, bro.
You played international football, innit?
Yeah. Played
so
a few games,
what's the difference? Have you didn't play AF Cup, did you?
No, I didn't play African Nations.
That would have been sick.
I know,
That would have been sick.
Yeah.
Actually, jumping on that, yeah. So, did you get called up when you were at Reading, or
yeah,
was it?
I got called up when I was at Reading. Maybe a couple of years after that.
Did you have an option to play for England and Nigeria, or was it just
when I was very young? I could have this called Victory Shield, I think it's where the under 16s played.
Yeah.
Got was on the fringe of that, but didn't make it. But no. So when Nigeria called, I was like, all over that. Do you know what I mean?
But the family was like
buzzing, my soul. So my dad come alive, you know. But that was amazing. I was sick. Like obviously, I hadn't been to Nigeria for time.
Yeah.
So like going back and.
What was the training like there?
Back to them Crawley days, bro. It was mad at like, you know, Nigerians, bro. They're not serious at times, you know. But the love, like the support, bro.
Yeah.
Like people like the bus is driving and people are like running, chasing. I'm talking like hundreds of people running after the bus, bro. Like the love they hate, like boy, mad.
Super Eagles.
Mad, super Eagles, you know what I mean? They know you, everyone knows who you are, everyone's fucking, oh, good evening, sir. Oh, we hail you, sir. Like, fucking, it's mad. The love is mad. But the training was good. You know, some sick players. Facilities weren't the best at the time, and like the organisation was a bit effed, in all honesty.
Was that around the time where there was like not corruption, but there was a few dodgy.
Of course, bro. Like
there's a few dodgy dealings after 2010 World Cup and stuff.
It's Nigeria.
Nah, there was a few conspiracy. We won't go into it. Don't want to close down the podcast. Well, yeah, there's a lot of that.
But,
so, how was your experience?
Amazing. First game we were playing where my family are from.
Okay.
So we come from Akwa Ibom State, like the south, and they just built a new stadium there. Mm-hmm. So my first game was in that stadium. Like my family were there who haven't seen in years. Do you know what I mean? My dad was there, beaming. Like it was a proud moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We won the game, so like I was playing with Obi Mikel.
Yeah.
You know, he was captain. Musa, Victor Moses, some good players. You know what I mean? So it was epic, like enjoyable. Do you know what I mean? Really enjoyable.
Can imagine. I can imagine the celebrations afterwards.
Did you get some good jollof afterwards?
Bro, do you know what? Do you know what's mad about the Nigerian setup? Yeah. See, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is the same.
Yeah, that actually is.
These men are eating goosey soup
for breakfast.
Offal soup.
To play ball as well.
Foot at 6 a.m. in the morning, bro.
Fam, are you heavy?
I'm not going to say.
Going out there and running like they ain't nothing.
That's
mad.
actually crazy.
You don't need no nap or nothing.
Don't need nothing. Jollof, rice, everything. Breakfast. Let's go. That man made us stay in the store. Honestly. That man are funny. Some strong, bro. All they want to do is hold man off. That's all they want to
Boxing man out, you know.
That's all they want to do. And they love skills, innit?
Yeah.
Like, they love skills, bro. They want to show people, like, let me show that. That's
this is
how
why
they-
futsal should be a lot bigger now. It is getting there, but it's like, you know, there's like futsal stuff you can do in Liverpool now.
Yeah, of course.
Imagine back then, as futsal should be as big now. Like, yo, African people be doing
I'm
killing
doing
it.
that.
Killing
It's
it.
all about raw skill and
Yeah.
raw power
Bro,
and stuff. Yeah.
That's what the fans want to see.
That's
Nah,
what.
it is.
No, for real.
They cheer like a bit of skill more than a goal, bro. So you get one player, drops a little shoulder, does a little thing.
You can imagine.
The
Like,
fans are it's mad.
that's why I like players like Okocha and that
Yeah,
were like
legend,
so.
legend. Canu
Yeah,
and them.
Canu and that
Legend.
come to
All
the
of
Prem.
them.
man's just-
Legend, little step. Oh, crazy.
I remember when I was younger and you watch like Af Cup, this is back in the day.
Yeah.
And then when Agahawa used to score, and
Oh
he did
yeah,
like
the backflips.
the backflips
All
actually
these
sent
7
me.
backflips.
Like I was like, yo, I wasn't even there for the goal. It was that backflip. Yo, man needs to get in gymnastics or something.
But that's Africa. Like, that's like the culture is like.
Expressive.
Yeah,
Theatrics.
so
It's-
expressive,
yeah.
bro. Wow. I didn't even think like, but when you put like that, like the celebrations, everything is so
Nah, that-
expressive. Bro.
Them celebrations where like it
Dancing.
made you like
Everything.
Made you
yo,
want to play, made you
yeah.
enjoy it and want to go
That's
and do
how
it.
like you know, like the Jogo Benito adverts.
Yeah,
when they used to
remember
do
them
the
Nike
Brazil
adverts?
ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
crazy.
I used to love them. The one when they were on the bus and they were all dancing,
Oh,
and I was like,
oh,
yo,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
it, yo. Stuff like that. There's that passion in football is like
That makes you want to do it, doesn't it? Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it
Them
does.
Nike adverts on the ship and in the
Fam.
airport, legendary.
yeah.
Legendary.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like British football don't have that flair.
I think it
But then-
comes from the, like, not like the mentality, but how the people are naturally.
Yeah.
Reserved,
Yeah.
do your job and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
where
Kayak.
knock it long.
Efficient in it, like
Efficiency, that's
Yeah,
it, yeah.
yeah,
Like get the job done. Where
yeah.
you've probably played with players. I don't know whether have you played with any North African players?
North African.
Because them man are skills.
I must have.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying-
a few. I played against a few.
Yeah,
anyway, at least.
them man are just give me
Yeah.
the ball. I'm doing step around.
Like
skills.
remember Adel Tarat?
Trapped, yeah.
Played against him. He was moving mad. He was moving mad. That's all he wants. But he was cold.
Nah, he was so sick.
Honestly, he was cold.
Yeah.
One of the best.
He's one of them that he should have.
Yeah,
He
he's a
should have
man.
been
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
for the
yeah,
top,
yeah,
the
yeah.
top 4, top 6 teams, but
He's
still
a
playing
baller.
now though. He's playing
He's a
with Benfica.
baller.
at the
Is he?
minute,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's sick. He's sick.
Yeah, because I know,
He's sick.
like you said, depending on where the people, the countries are, it's how they reflect in how they play. And
Exactly.
Stuff.
Exactly.
Like probably you've played with. Did you play with Arteta?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how Spanish players play. Just,
mhm.
like it's kind of like the personalities and stuff.
Yeah. Don't get. Arteta was dirty, you know.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I remember one time, like, I was a young buck coming through, and I think I barged him off the ball and broke forward, and he was like, "Hey, you, like, hey, don't do that, man." I was like, carried on playing. Next time he got the ball, and I thought, yeah, I've got him again. Like,
Yeah.
he just gone, boom, poked me in my eyes. Oh, he saw me come, went, I swear, 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Poked me in my eyes, bro. And he's like, yeah, and then carried on playing, like, but like,
Pokes you in the eye, you know.
nice, G. Yeah, so that's why I think he's done well, hasn't he? Lately?
Yeah, he's done
'Cause
well,
He's got mad steel, bro.
You
He's
can
like,
see,
yeah.
how he deals
Yeah,
with the
for
players.
sure.
So would you get
Press and
into
stuff.
coaching?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think there's room there. Obviously, like I've had some mad coaches over the years where you think, fucking hell, if he can do it, I can do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. I like to see, like, my personality is the widest scale of life. Do you know what I mean? I'm interested in different things.
Yeah.
Coaching, I would enjoy it, but I don't know if I'd be fully fulfilled doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to see what else is out there, probably. First.
So you know how you said like your personality is like wild scale and you're interested in different stuff. There's like I've seen over the years there's this kind of like narrative that's happened where football was more like, you know, it's a man's game, you need to be just focusing football. And then over the years now you get more personalities in it and their focus is not mainly just football. So for example, Hector Bellerin, he likes to do fashion, all these kind of things. And they get a bit of a bad rep as if they're not as serious. Or Lingard,
Yeah.
Because man's like, he shows his personality, they're not getting serious.
I don't know, man. That's a bit different because now I look at Benzema and I look at Benzema like I want that lifestyle.
What an Instagram by the way.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, he's actually turned the whole thing
with
into
What
yo.
an Instagram.
But with Benzema, you see, there's like, he plays for Real Madrid.
It's top level.
They win the Champions League
Yeah,
every year
but bro,
in the league.
Benzema is now that whole whoever does his
lifestyle,
videography in it,
yeah.
man set the pace. Because I'm like, man lives like a Pablo Escobar lifestyle. Man looks like he's proper about it. Then he play ball, and then he's just living. I'm just like, yo,
he set the standard.
he actually set the standard.
But I feel like that's coming into the game a bit more now. Because like in basketball, that's a thing.
It's natural, though, isn't it? It's with the overwhelming of social media. You know, people have a platform to express themselves. Before, people couldn't really show that side. You know what I mean? They get. I know what you're saying. There's a stigma, like if someone's doing something else on the side, they don't get that same respect, or it takes away from their football. I guess, and maybe it does, but it shouldn't stop you from. As long as they're doing their business on the pitch. Yeah. Like, there was a lot of stuff about, remember Reece Wabara? He was doing his...
Yeah.
We was talking about that last week.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, fam. With him, he says some stuff. I rate his hustle because he's getting now more money from his actual money, Devar.
Yeah, he's killing it. Yeah.
He said something... what did he say?
The 30k.
He said basically, he said, don't stop yourself getting 30k a year. Turn around a multi-million-pound business. So then people...
it was...
was it?
No, it was...
I'll try and get
it's
it.
Like, don't take advice from someone who only gets 30k a year.
Is that what
it was something along the lines of like, don't listen to the people who get 30k a year when you can be like a millionaire. It was something along those lines.
So then people just gunning for man, innit? They were like, but you pay your staff this amount.
People were screenshotting the salaries and stuff.
Even I was like, you know what,
Can't say that,
you could have reworded it better
I think
instead of dropping that salary.
Because
he was like, no, you said it wrong. He was like, don't stop yourself getting 30k. He was like, 30k is the minimum, or...
Nah, it was like, don't listen to people who only get 30k, stopping you make your dreams, because you can you can be a millionaire.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
That sounds about right.
So no, I'm sure he was talking about like if you make 30k a year.
Nah.
Are you sure? Try you getting up?
He used 30k is the barometer.
So the actual thing is, if you've got millionaire goals and visions, don't let someone on a 30k salary talk you out of it.
Okay,
yeah.
So then I was saying like, so my argument was, man had more than 30k to start his dream. So then you need to be like, for a lot of people, not my goal, but like for a lot of people, now 30k is like a lot of money.
30k, you take it, of course.
30k, but when I was like in school, innit, I thought, yo, 30k is mad, people.
Yeah, of course.
But then when I got older, I was like, shit, 30k is legit, man. When I was like 15, I was like, yo, before I'm 30, I'm gonna get 30 bags and I'm rich. I got to 22, I was like, 30k, 30k is not lasting me a year. What's going on, fam? Like,
it's mad these days,
mad.
bro.
30k don't last. And I'm thinking, shit. They actually sold us a dream. And then I want to know how people survive off 16k. Like, I'm talking about families. Like, one parent's getting 16 bags.
Happen, man. It's crazy.
And they're paying rent. I can't even make one wage last 1 month. You're telling me someone can do that for 4 people?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. Like, that whole side of life is mad. Like, people start busting credit cards, and people. There's a way they do it in the UK where they can manage, bro. With the credit system and borrowing and etc.
But then
you know what I mean?
Borrowing as well. I didn't know about credit till like when I got to like fucking say like even last year.
Yeah.
And I went to because I went to start looking at mortgages, and they were like, you don't have credit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I've never borrowed money in my life.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. Obviously, with our upbringing, to borrow money was like, nah, you don't.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
See,
borrow
that's
money.
the thing.
But other people, especially who've been here a few generations, borrowing money is like normal thing.
See, but for me, like my mum's always, I know your mum and dad have always said, if you don't have, you don't need to buy.
Exactly.
So then it's even. But when we was younger as well, we used to do like. We used to have our own banking system, like Nigerian community. We call it susu money.
Yeah,
that goes on, and that was the way of like
a partner. They call it.
Yeah, like how people used to. That was our own way of borrowing.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's a more trustworthy way because, fam, I've seen people getting like debts,
Yeah,
fuel
for sure,
cards
bro, for
and
sure.
loans and stuff.
For sure.
And it's crazy.
There's a lot of pressure on people these days, man, with Instagram and all that. Everyone's
Instagram's a
trying
mad one.
to compete with each other. Everyone, like, I don't know how the world's never going to be the same with the internet, bro. Like, people used to be happy just working wherever they're working. They work there the whole life. They lived the family, one house, But now, this whole
competition,
success that you need to be an entrepreneur, you need to and get. So people are like, oh shit, yeah, I need this, I need that. And in the end, they might get caught up. Like, you have to assess, what you're good at, where you are, what you want, and
so this is
find your
one
own
question I
lane.
wanted to ask. You being a baller now, because there's different salaries on footballers.
Of course.
When you party with footballers or you want to do stuff, like, how is that now? Like, because it's a bit mad. Everyone's piece different in life, man.
True.
Even with the rich, everyone's piece run differently.
I know he's got some stories.
See, I don't even know. I don't think I could ever have like a footballer boy,
it's
because
real,
I don't know if I could be on that level. Because one, my pride, like the set man that are happy, like, my boy plays ball, so I'm good.
Yeah.
And then the set man that I'll be like, if I don't care, like, I need to be that guy on top.
Yeah.
So even though if you use my boy and you play ball, fam, I know I'll be trying to kill man to get P to be your level.
Yeah.
So it's a bit mad, because I know that with the people I have, that I know that everyone's on the level, but I'm still trying to push this high.
Yeah.
But if you're this high, fam, you'll be fighting. Hope you know how to take care of this. No, but I'll take I couldn't do it, man, because like there's egos now when it comes to playing stuff.
Massive. Egos. I mean, that's life, innit? Like, obviously, I've had friends who I know lads who earn mega, well, to me, mega money. Do you know what I mean? I know I've got friends who don't earn that money, and we still manage to sort of intertwine. I think it just comes from experience, that, I guess. There have been some time, or I think there was one time I was at Reading. I just signed, so I hadn't really earned anything too much. Like, I earned a little bit, but like, it was nothing to write home about. And we were at the airport going to Dubai. There's a player there called Pavel Progremniak, some Russian guy. So we're in the airport, milling about. We're in one of the watch shops, Hublot. And he's like, oh yeah, I picked up a watch. He's like, yeah, I like this one. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, man. I'm like just trying to like blend it, like I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, well, Hublot? Yeah, Hublot, yeah, they're nice. He's like, yeah, nice. He's like, you think it's nice? I was like, yeah, it's nice. He's like, okay, I'll buy it. I was like, okay, cool. Look, peaked over 60k, bro.
What?
I was like, you're gonna buy it? He was like, yeah, I like it. I was like, okay. So like, I just watched him, like, just like whim, like, seeing it like that. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Boom. Do you know what I mean? So I've
like that.
Like that.
Do you know what I mean? And especially in football, there's obviously, as you said, there's different levels. There's different play. Like, I played with Royce and Dremfer. He played at Real Madrid. The way he lives is going to be different to how I live. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you just sort of have to stay in your lane. There's a few times where you've been caught, like you've gone out with a few people and the bills come at the end and you're like,
oh shit.
Hold that shit to the line. Be like, you try and work out what you've got. Like, it's peak, but yeah, I've learned lessons over the years. Like, yeah, you gotta stay in your lane.
Oh man, you threw 60k like that, man. Throw me 60k and make that stretch for 3 years.
You gotta stay in your lane. And I guess the way I see it is, anyone can earn money is whatever they want, but like I've seen people with all that and they're still scrambling, like in the home, or they're not happy, bro.
But don't you think that's priorities as well? Because I see it now, like especially with people our age, we're all now about the materialism, and I think everyone's had that point in life. Like it was more about, I need to bang out these holidays, I need to bang out this clubber, and I think
Liverpool's bad for that,
Liverpool
is chaos for that.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. So I've said this. I always say it like, how am I now seeing like 13-year-olds with moose knuckle jackets?
Yeah, you say this all the time.
But Liverpool.
What's moose knuckle? I don't even know what that is.
You don't know?
Is that the new thing?
It's like a grand jacket. Like I remember when we was in school, everyone was rocking designer, so it was forcing me
mad,
back then.
To be fair, that pressure's been there from where we're from. That's been there,
No, but Liverpool compared to other cities don't have it.
It's
in
mad.
Manny, it's when they get older, they start rocking it.
Yeah.
But everyone was rocking designer in year 7.
Bro, I've been there. Like, man, had a Lacoste tracksuit for every day of the week. Like,
yeah,
who's paying for this?
Wearing Ralph every day,
you know what I mean?
every single day.
Liverpool people.
That pressure's been there.
Nah, it's proper. Everyone wears McQueen's like it's like a normal tune.
Yeah, it's confusing, bro.
It is very confusing.
Because again, you look deeper into someone's life and the life's messed up, but the drip is mad. And obviously Liverpool's everyone goes out in it.
Yeah.
So you're seeing them week in, week out with new drip. You're like,
so I used to think, is it bare fakes or are they actually really dripping?
I don't know.
So I don't know.
Sometimes though, you see them man with the Hugo Boss tops and the thing at the back's winging though.
What is it?
Like it's just way too big. Like the size just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. I think people try too hard with all that shit.
Nah, Liverpool's bad. Liverpool is
dead.
bad.
But Liverpool has always, trust me, has always been that way.
Yeah.
Everyone's just trying to outdo each other for that Saturday night. Yo, I've got the latest. But in the week, bro, you don't know. They might not have the lights might not be on in the house. You don't know.
You never know.
You know what I mean? So you can't
True.
you can't like think, oh yeah, he's doing because he's got the drip. You never know. You never know. And that money to different lanes. People are happy. People aren't. It's just stay in your lane, man. Be comfortable where you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, don't get roped into something you're not comfortable with. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'd say.
Yeah. So kind of rounding up a little bit. Obviously, we haven't got through your whole footballing career. We'll obviously do a part here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, is there any like advice for anyone who's like maybe wanting to like be a footballer, or even like you said that you've been through the game and like you might have your eye in other interests and stuff. Like, is there anything you tell them to how to navigate from being a footballer to like, because you said it at the beginning, like you're coming for your prime and you're going to be finishing soon, like that bridge to like take it to the next level?
Yeah, for sure. It's important. I think it's something that you've got to think about. And I think with footballers, you do get like a lot of spare time, and you don't realise how much spare time you actually have until you get a bit older and you have kids and different things. You think, wow, man, really, like, I had to train from 9 till 1, 2, and then I had the whole day to like, obviously you have to rest and stuff, but it's a lot of time where you could be putting little 2 hours into something else, you know what I mean? So anyone who's aspiring to be a footballer, I mean, you've got to put the work, you've got to want it, you've got to, you know, you got to practice, you got to do all those things, you've got to really, really knuckle down and stay focused. I think is the main thing, because especially now, like, the distractions
are harder now,
rife. Do you know what I mean? Even things like fucking, what's that, Fortnite and all them, for like young kids.
Oh, for young, yeah.
Being a pro gamer now is being exactly like being a pro footballer.
Do you know what I mean?
It's the same kind of spectrum.
There's mega bucks at the end if you get to the top.
For real.
Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of distractions, I guess. Or the phones. Like, we didn't have all that.
No, we didn't.
Do you know what I mean?
But this is what I was saying. Like, there was more ways to like get out, because I was saying, like, if lockdown happened when we was like 13, 14, fam, it would have been crazy. It would have been sick.
Yeah, it would have been.
Like,
the streets would have been mad. The streets would have been hot in it. Green Man would have been.
That would have been heavy, especially like growing up would have been like do stuff. But now you can see, like, now everyone's more about the gaming culture. You see
inside
it's chilling, man.
They want to be online, and it's online, not the same.
Bro.
Whereas when we were younger, you'd knock for your mates. And,
straight.
You know what I mean, like you're
outdoors all day, like
exactly. So as soon as the sun's out, it's like, yeah, mum, I'm back when the sun's coming down.
Yeah, for sure.
And when it was summer, you could stay out till like 11.
Exactly.
The sun was still out.
Yeah.
But where we lived, a car couldn't drive. Like, we live on a crescent. Like, it'd take a car. You can whiz right the crescent in 30 seconds, but it take a car like 5-10 minutes because all the kids just in the street. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Playing Kirby or got the rope across the road. But yeah, I'd just say, like, no practice. Like, see who you want to be like and do what they do. Do you know what I mean?
Did you have anyone you kind of idolized and to be like, yo, that's?
Yeah, I was lucky because obviously I'd all them, especially when I was young, the sort of the Nigerian Connect at Everton. So I saw how they did and I saw the application they put in.
Yeah.
And all those good players around me, do you know what I mean? So I had a good eye on what it takes to be a professional. The coaches we had as well were hard on us, do you know what I mean? So, you know, we had a good schooling.
You had old school coaches.
Yeah. And then obviously my parents, man, hard work was like, that's the start of everything. You must, whatever you choose to do, you work hard at it, and that's all I can say. Just stay focused and stay dedicated, man.
Yeah, of course. But
That's it.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously we didn't get to go through the whole
yeah,
footballing spectrum.
yeah,
and all.
of
There's
course.
so many
There's
other
many more
questions and like
stuff.
avenues that we could have gone through. But have you got anything to plug or anything to shout out?
Nah, no shout. I was not plugging anything.
Actually, one question: you're back in training now for like?
Do you know what? I'm out of
pre-season
contract
stuff?
at the minute, so
yeah.
I'm just doing my best to stay fit.
Okay.
Like this lockdown was a bit mad. You know what I mean? In the house all the time and cookies and all that shit. But just training, stay fit. I've got a few options out there, so I'll just basically next couple of weeks, see what fits.
Trials and stuff.
Yeah,
like
not necessarily trials, but
just
options. Yeah. Go from there.
Big.
Sweet.
But yeah,
So
that was
wrap it.
us. Wrapped it up. So yeah, Front Left podcast. This one will be on YouTube again, Spotify, Apple, all the usual audio platforms. And yeah, thanks to our special guest, Hope.
Nice family.
And that's us, Front Left podcast over and out.
See you soon.